Let's go.
Got a Batman Daewon almost board.
The Daewon's a man, though.
Daewon is crazy, bro.
Yeah,
That
have you
guy-
seen how loose his trucks are?
I actually have. He's like almost every time he turns, it seems like his board is scraped.
Dude, he just shakes his
Damn
truck.
floor.
If he just like shakes his board like this, his trucks are like barely hanging on. They're
That's
like,
how he does
And
it.
then, you know what's so crazy? When I got his board, it feels like it's like I had the trucks kind of loose, but the board itself, and I guess maybe the person who was even setting it up, because I just had someone set it up, it felt loose.
really?
Like it felt like when they saw I wanted that Daewon board, they're like, okay.
Here you go.
Yeah.
I was like, we
We
know.
know the Daewon setup.
I'm gonna give you the whole setup.
yeah.
He's really going all in with. I was like, damn, bust my ass out here.
No, I feel you.
But yeah,
That's so cool.
did you skate? Have you skate?
Yeah.
Y'all both strike me. I know you do. I mean,
Oh
I'm looking at
yeah.
everything
I've been
around
skating
you.
since I was like 13, man.
I think I started skating in 2011. I would say 2011, 2012. That was when I first got my first Sector 9.
All right.
Nice.
Longboard with the OJ Tango wheels and put some fucking riser pads on them shits. It's funny because I'll never forget your first board. Like, first board.
You always remember the first one.
Hell yeah.
The first
bro.
one I got was the first real board I got was from a friend. The first board I got teased for because my mom got it and she knew nothing about skating and she went and got a Walmart.
Walmart board.
Yep.
And it was just flat as hell.
Yep.
No
Stiff
contact
as shit.
whatsoever.
No
yeah.
flex.
I learned on that board though. That's the board I learned on was a
Man, everybody's rode one at least one time.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. No doubt.
I bust my ass on them.
Got them
fucking
plastic
Walmart
trucks
boards.
on it.
I'm telling you.
The wheels
And
that
the
don't
wheels
even
are
spin.
Plastic
trash.
The kids spent a good hour just going over everything wrong with my board.
Just clowning on you.
What the fuck is this?
Before, what are those?
This is plastic trucks. Hey, Anthony, come here.
yeah.
He got plastic trucks on his board.
Come look at this shit.
Wait. Are we live right now?
Yeah, this is-
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. No, that's good. That's good.
I'm
That's
like,
good.
look at these wheels. Look at these wheels. He spit the wheels.
They do like 1.5 spin, stop.
Telling you.
Yeah.
Baby 1.5. Let's intro this. So this is What's Up With That?
What's up with that?
What's up,
By the
everybody?
way, we're back, guys. It's been a little while,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, it's still the same beautiful energy,
Yes,
same
sir.
incredible conversations, new guests, and on top of that, good drinks and good vibes. I'm a co-host, Nymbus. We got our main
What's
guy,
up, Nick? Y'all know me.
and then I would like our guest to introduce
What's up?
himself.
Adeyeme, creator of the Big Show, Purple Nights, and Head Above Clouds. You already know it's like this.
Always, man. So we were talking. We do a lot of pre-pod banter beforehand, you know, as usual. But we were just talking about our differences in terms of, and on top of that, how we see things when it comes to the media, when it comes to what we do, what we contribute to, whether it be social media, to the dynamics of this industry that we're a part of, because we are all a part of different industries, right? And it's interesting to get your take on that, man, because I feel like mass media, especially when it comes to like big TV media, big TV conglomerates, they do profit off of either misinformation or just having that overarching bad guy for the week, right? Like there's always, if you look at news cycles, there's always going to be a bad guy for the week. And sometimes it's a big Hollywood bad guy. Sometimes it's a NBA or industry bad guy. Sometimes it's a football bad guy. Sometimes it's a music bad guy. It's like there's always something for TMZ / Fox News / everybody to run at the same time. Like I remember when Joe Rogan was the bad guy for like a good week. And it's like, fam,
And I'm gonna be
who
honest.
did he offend to get to that?
when it comes to Joe Rogan, and this is the thing too, like some people, and I'm not speaking about Joe because I fuck with Joe Rogan's podcast. I like watch it and everything.
Yeah.
But some people actually are bad. It's just you pick and choose who you want to focus on for your own ulterior motives. You may pick a truly bad individual, or you may pick even like a Donald Trump. You may, you can have a field day with him, but you pick and choose because you pick who fits your agenda, who fits your motive, and then you leave out the others whose story isn't as clean cut as you would like to make it. You know, it's all about framing and forming a narrative at the end of the day. And Joe Rogan, I feel like that's a good example because at the end of the day, it's like, I think someone wrote a hit piece on you. I think someone had ulterior motives to get you. But I also think you gave them the loaded gun at the same time.
For sure.
He did.
Mad bullets.
Yeah.
I can't really you know, I mean, if you're going to do that, you gave them a loaded gun.
Yeah.
Right.
They shot you with it, and they shot you with it because they're also pieces of shit. Yeah. They're probably worse pieces of shit than you. Mm-hmm. I mean, because I don't think you're a piece of shit, but these people probably a piece of shit, but you gave them a loaded gun.
No, you're totally right.
Yeah. You know, like I don't know what to tell you about that part. And you know, he took it on the chin because it's like, what else are you going to do?
And he apologized. I
appreciate that.
He did his apologies, and he said, you know, it was taken out of context. And then when you look at the actual clip that they used on the news cycle, it was like edited like a motherfucker. Like
that's what they do.
Listen, you can't be saying that with a smile on your face around like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You can't do that. But you know, I feel like Joe's a real dude. He's like, yeah, that was stupid, and I shouldn't have done it.
And that's the thing, take accountability, right?
That's what it is.
Because some people might have tried to duck and dodge it or whatever, or try to get some celebrity to co-sign them, and, you know, kind of not.
Well, hold on, I'm gonna have to say he did have Benny come on like a week later.
Oh, Benny came on?
Yeah. And he kind of co-signed for him, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of weird, honestly.
I didn't see that though. I'm
gonna just throw that out there.
Maybe I have to go back and watch.
It was literally like a week later, Benny and like.
That's hilarious,
dude. I watched it and I was like, "This is kind of bad timing."
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, because they even talked about it.
The one I saw him on, kind of talking about it after, like, I think he made his own apology, was another podcast that I like, HotBoxin with Mike Tyson.
Oh yeah, I love that show.
It's pretty good. Mm-hmm. I'll fuck with that. There's some really good moments.
Did you see Bobby Shmurda go on there and just annoy the shit out of him?
I heard about that.
He got an episode on HotBoxin?
Mike Tyson got hot.
He really did, for real?
He got hot.
Okay, look, see, I saw a clip.
He was like, you annoying as fuck. Like,
I thought the clip was edited.
Dude, no.
That was actually for real.
That was real.
Oh wow, I gotta go watch that.
I would have watched this.
I would not want to annoy that man.
He was just sitting there like, you saw the clip. He's like, blah, 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 just fucking going 100.
I saw that. I thought that was but I thought they like did kind of like a super deluxe edit to that.
You know they spliced it a little bit, but
no, he was actually genuinely annoying.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mike was hot.
That's crazy. You know, I can see that too because Mike seems like the guy's like, I don't know if he wants to be around too much rah-rah stuff.
Yeah, exactly. He's kind of cool. Just wants to smoke his weed, talk to his birds.
Take his toad, smoke his weed, eat the mushrooms. How do y'all feel about how Mike Tyson has branded himself over the past, like, 5
Honestly,
years?
I love it because I remember, you know, a little bit of Mike Tyson's, I guess, fighting history. I got to see one fight one time. It was not live, but my parents had like invited people over for him against Lennox Lewis.
What?
Yeah, against Lennox Lewis.
How old are you?
Me, I'm 30.
Okay, same age.
Yeah, so I got to see that, and I was really young.
You had to have been, I was about to say, you had to have been mad young.
Barely alive, but it's probably like 4 or 5 years.
Dang.
But anyways, yeah, it was a good fight and all, but at that time, he had a really, you know, wild boy like type of reputation all the way up until then. And then the next time I really remember seeing him was he did a HBO special. It was like a one-man play type of thing. That shit was transformative. You could see that he was transforming his life. It was amazing. Yeah. That's like to me, that's one of the greatest things he's ever done was that one-man play. It was fucking dope. That shit. It was sick.
Do y'all know the story of his face tattoo?
I don't know the story of his face tattoo.
So he went into this tattoo shop and he wanted to get his face tatted covered with hearts. And he wanted to be just like this man of love and like known as the man of hearts, right?
That'd be scary.
And the tattoo artist talked him out of it, and he was like, "Nah, man, you don't want to do that. Let me do something for you." Bro, so he came back the next day and he had that tribal piece, and that's why he's got that.
Really?
I like that a lot more than a face full of hearts. Imagine a face full of hearts, Mike Tyson.
What about the game? He had a butterfly first.
He did.
Yeah, he had a butterfly, and then he covered it up with the LA.
Oh, that's what he did.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I remember the LA. I know the LA.
It's because he got clowned on for it. Yeah. Everyone was like, why you put a butterfly on your fucking face?
Man. Let me tell you who would get away with any of that, though. They could do anything they want, pretty much. Yeah. that's that dude. Yeah. Uzi does what he wants.
Uzi does exactly what he wants.
But you see, I think sometimes it's like you kind of, I guess, people perceive you as you come in. You know, so maybe sometimes it's hard to change the perception of, because, you know, people say first impressions are lasting. So if you have a first impression to the public of a certain persona, it's going to be, it may be a little hard to change it.
Yeah.
But Lil Uzi came in like, I do what I want, so that's why he's...
Did he lose that diamond?
I don't know. Is it gone?
Supposedly somebody ripped it out of his...
That's what I thought, right?
head.
Someone took it out of his head.
Supposedly.
Like from fucking Avengers, right?
Say,
Yeah.
somebody Thanos the...
Yeah.
He took the Vision's diamond out of his head.
I personally,
I don't know.
when I saw that shit, I was just like, man, I know that shit would hurt, and you still like try to crowd surf and do all this extra shit, and kids are wild, bro. Like,
wow.
You could get it taken out by accident in the crowd though.
Exactly.
Like
people get their chain
surf,
snatched, man.
Losing their shoes, it's normal.
Yeah.
So you're talking about
that would make sense.
When he got the surgery done and he was still doing shows, I was just like, this dude is crazy. Like, mind you, everybody, you know, does what they want to do with their bodies, to each his own. But I'm just like, that's a large investment for
24 million, I think it was.
It's a large investment.
Yeah.
That shit could get ripped out in the crowd surf.
Yeah, 1,000% by accident. You know what I mean? All the adrenaline.
That seems possible.
Speaking of shows, by the way, man, you're known for some of the most coolest shows in Dallas, and I'm not just saying that to say that. I'm not saying that to say that.
We had a good time at the
I've
last
actually
one.
experienced it.
Bro, I'm glad y'all came through, man.
Yeah.
That last one was definitely the biggest one, and it was, man, very rewarding. Yeah. I'll say that because I did put a lot of work into that one in particular, and you know, they keep getting bigger, and I was happy with the results.
Everything there was awesome, dude. From the vendors, the artists, to
everybody. You know, I'm just so glad because my shows are about the promotion of creativity and self-expression. Like I tell anybody who wants a synopsis of what my shows are about, that is the most succinct, most simple synopsis I can give you. It's about the promotion of creativity and self-expression. And when I think of events, when I think of shows, I think of memories. A lot of it's about the memory. It's all about the memory, you know, because, and that unique experience. I want to cultivate a unique experience for everybody who comes there. So when they come, they think, man, I haven't really been to something like that before. I haven't seen something like that. I haven't seen the different mediums of entertainment put together in that way. And that creates a unique and distinct memory. So anytime they see the brand, anytime they see anything BigBigShow, Purple Nights, Head Above Clouds, Yeme Productions, anything associated with the shows, they'll remember that distinct experience they had at the last one they attended. Every single time. Because it's unique, it's distinct, it sticks out in your mind.
In your brain, yeah.
Subconsciously it sticks out because you haven't seen anything else like it.
Exactly. Or experienced something like that. Like, I've been in, and I'm sure, you know, he's been in mad shows, and I'm just like, bro, it's interesting to see how the dynamic has changed from a show that was thrown 2 years ago. Because I was seeing CreatorsDontDie when I first moved to Texas. Like, and y'all had the venue at a warehouse, it seemed like, and it was in a whole nother area. So, and y'all had did y'all have a wrestling ring in that motherfucker? Or something of that nature? Because those are the shows I wanted to go to, but it was always on like a Tuesday or something random.
That was, and shout out to Mecca, because he runs Creators, and yeah, they did have some wrestling shit go on there.
Fam.
That venue used to do a lot.
Yeah.
That venue did a lot.
That was how I first heard about it.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit.
They definitely put it on.
Yeah, dude. And mind you, I was coming from Rockwall, bro. Like, I hated Rockwall, but that was all I knew when I moved here. So naturally, it was just like, okay, how can I get outside and get incorporated into, you know, a network of people that are doing the things that I love to do. So I just started going to open mics. I started going to different little things, and I would meet little people here and there, and they would tell me about other shit going on. And then I started seeing CreatorsDontDie pop up, and then a couple other people pop up, and I was just like, damn, that looks like electric. That looks alive. That looks something that is like palatable for me, especially.
That's where the energy's at.
Yeah.
100%, man.
Yeah.
It was like a no-brainer to do like some of my shows there because the venue is just another part of the show to me. It's not just a venue. It's like it adds to the overall vibe, the overall, you know, tone of the show.
Yeah.
So choosing the right venue is crucial.
That is key. That is key. How long have you been throwing events?
Now it's been about, I want to say, I've been doing these specific type of events for about a year now. We're getting closer to a year and a half. I've probably been doing events like just as an artist and putting on like my own like music events for about 2 years because this actually started. I was an artist first,
right,
and I still am, but it started because I heard a lot of things about. I don't know, a lot of gatekeeping. It's hard to get a show in Dallas, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. And I experienced a little bit of that, but at the same time, I was just like, the shows I was doing, I was like, I can do this. I know enough artists to put on my own thing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And do it on my own terms. So originally, it just started with music. And there was this place called Spencer Records, and I did a show there in Bishop Arts. It's a pretty cool place, by the way. Y'all should check it out.
Okay.
I don't know where the camera is, so I just looked in like a random
direction. It's all right there. Okay, but you're good.
Yeah, but I did a show there, and it went really well, and we were gonna do like kind of like a monthly thing, but then COVID happened.
Yep.
And so all shows are shut down, and I was just getting started doing shows, and I was like, man, well, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do now? I don't want to just sit on my hands, but people want to be safe. I want them to be safe, and so I still do these type of shows I'm about to bring up too, but I did this thing. I did a secret show at my house.
Okay.
And I still do them. They're invite only, and it's like whenever. Those are kind of just whenever I want to do it. But when I did that, I thought, okay, the musical acts would be cool, but what would I really want in something like this? And I was like, let me put some spoken word in there. Let me add some comedy. You know what I'm saying? And so we and let me add some like improv theater, like type of games and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And it got to a point where it was like the community started building around it. It got too big for the house. So that's when we moved public. And then when I moved public, I expanded. Now we got dance. Now we got theater. Now we got a fashion show.
Exactly.
All that shit. So.
Are you the one reaching out to everybody, or do you have a team of people with you?
Honestly, at this point, it's just me.
Yeah.
Wow.
I cultivate the lineup. I handle the door. I handle picking the venue. I handle all the promotion, all the videos you see.
You do all of that on your own, bro?
Oh, you're doing all production, too.
Yes.
Holy
shit.
It's Yeme Productions.
I thought I was doing a lot. Like,
damn.
it's a whole event. And
Yeme Productions is in the building. You're looking at it right now.
Wow.
Yes.
Hey, so when you get ready to expand, though, you'll be able to just teach people.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And the thing is, anybody I feel like can really put on a show themselves. I think a lot of artists should go ahead and team up. Like, I watch a lot of anime.
We were just talking about this before you got here. Yeah.
The teamwork aspect in anime is like no other.
You got to
team.
What I'm
saying? It's like every time one of the shows I love to watch before any show I do, like the day of or day before or leading up to it, One Piece, because there's so many characters, they all contribute something to the team. And they're all united in like one goal. And that's kind of how I view my shows. Like the artists I pick for the shows, I know the vibe, I know the energy, the crowd they're going to bring. And that also helps cultivate an overall vibe, because it's a simple concept of you're going to bring some people. They're going to bring some people. Yeah. They came for you, but now they also discovered them. Yeah. And they might have even discovered each other in the crowd.
That's how it happens.
And vice versa. And it's just a natural community vibe.
Yeah. When we went there, I know we probably got 4 or 5 people that wanted to come on the podcast.
I'm telling you, man.
Just networking.
And I love to hear that.
Yeah.
I like, that is, like I said, what the show's all about, the promotion of creativity and self-expression. Right. You know what I'm saying? So when creative minds can come together and they say they met at my show, that makes me feel really good.
Yeah.
For sure.
No, I feel 100%. That. Yeah.
I didn't know you were doing it all by yourself, bro.
Yes, man.
That's impressive.
That's very impressive.
I appreciate that.
That's very fucking impressive. Like,
I really do.
Because I was gonna ask you, I'm like, how are you doing all this, man? In terms of just the moving parts aspect of it, and it kind of goes back to the question of how things have changed from, like you mentioned it, when COVID popped off, it shut down everything. It changed the whole aspect of venues and getting venues. And I remember long before COVID happened, it was probably 2016. It had to have been between 2015 and 2016. I was in Chicago, but I threw a show in New York, and I booked the venue through Airbnb, because they have like pretty decent venues that you can get
Yeah,
for
I
the
heard
day or
about
two. Yeah, for the low. Like if you put your money together with a camp of people that want to do a show or do a venue, you there's many options and outlets to get a venue for the day, especially if it's just for the day. Y'all all pitch in $100 or $200. You get
This is the
venue.
move, by the way.
Yes, yes, no, for real. Like sauce, y'all gonna get some free sauce today.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, fuck just relying on what you're given. Create it yourself.
Yep.
So
Take
take
fire.
that initiative.
Really, just be adaptable. You know, like life is unpredictable, as people say. You know, so you gotta be able to deal with unpredictability. It doesn't mean you have to predict the unpredictable. Just be versatile in how you're prepared for situations that may come your way. You know what I'm saying? So if you have a versatile mind, if you have a versatile like game plan that isn't too rigid, you have more flexibility.
That's true.
You know,
That's true.
Yeah,
That's true, man.
you need that.
Yeah, shit, all the time in this day and age, because something could drop on the drop of a dime. Things can change.
We don't even know if aliens might have said hello.
Man, what y'all think about that?
With a balloon?
What y'all think
No,
about
not
that?
the balloon?
I'm talking about
the other shit, bro.
shit.
Oh,
you don't
shit,
even
we about
know.
to blow this nigga mind.
I was gonna say, I've been tapped out.
No,
Most
no.
people are tapped in. I've been
So in
tapped
the
out of
past
shit.
8 days,
Yeah, go ahead.
they've shot down 3 things over Canada
Okay, put me
In
on.
Alaska.
and Alaska. That's right.
Alaska, 2 days ago, really on Thursday they found out about this, but the briefing was on Friday. There was a unidentified car-sized flying object over Alaska. We don't know what it is. We don't know where it came from. We don't know what it does.
They don't know how it was in the
They
air.
have zero information. They're saying it floated in mid-air. And you know what? Okay, I'm gonna get a little bit.
Go.
do
Go.
it. We do this shit.
Go.
So I encourage you guys to look up, and you can actually go to Joe Rogan's podcast and find this. I encourage you guys to look up Bob Lazar.
I
Yes,
love
dude. His episode on Joe Rogan.
Yes.
We know. Now we're on the same
Yeah.
page. The way they were describing it floating in midair is how Bob Lazar was describing the UFOs
Yeah,
that
he's
he
calling
said
it
he worked on.
UA.
Or the UA, whatever.
Yeah.
But you know,
Yeah, I know what you're talking
that's what
about.
he said. He said it was like that. And when you think about, it was very interesting to hear him speak, because when you think about how you would theoretically want to travel through space, you would want to use something like a heavy element that controls gravity, because then you can bend space and time. Because if you don't, and you're just traveling at light years, it's still going to take you like thousands of light years to get somewhere. So even traveling at the speed of light or a certain amount beyond the speed of light, it's almost like no matter how fast you could actually travel in a linear plane, you're probably not going to reach places for years.
It doesn't make sense.
So what would you really be doing? You really would be manipulating the funnel that is gravity and space and time, and putting 2 points together and then separating them, and you'd be at another point.
The wormhole theory.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's like, that makes so much sense. That's why when I watched this interview, I was like, wow, that sounds to me it sounded very credible, because I was like, I've never heard anyone even really say that. And 2, you're the only person I've heard that will break down like, how you would actually.
I mean, he described everything, like how everything was made, how he worked on the stuff.
That'd be crazy. Imagine if we could. The only country, and I don't want to. You know what? I love these people. Let me say this right now. I love the citizens of China, but China, I don't know if I want y'all to be the first one to create that heavy element, because I don't know what y'all would do. Imagine if they created a heavy element with enough half-life to actually transport throughout time and space. They just drop a nuke here like immediately.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. It's over.
I was talking about this to a coworker.
Shout out to China, y'all.
Shout out to China. No smoke with y'all.
No smoke.
No smoke with y'all. You know, just get your products up. But anyways,
He said that.
no. I was talking about this because, all right, so my actual name is Khalid. Which
Khalid.
is Khalid, and it's actually Arabic. And in Arabic,
Muslim?
I was born into Islam.
Really?
Yeah,
That's interesting.
I was born into Islam. My mother and my father were both Muslim when they had me.
I grew up around a lot of Muslims.
Okay, so you understand.
Ramadan was popping in my neighborhood.
God,
that shit looked really fun.
It's actually lit. It's just the hardest part is not eating until it's time to eat.
Oh yeah, they just nobody, and there was no passes. Kids had to do it too.
Yeah,
I remember playing football.
How long do you have to fast?
All day until the sun came down.
Damn.
And then
be hungry as fuck.
You can only eat at night, right?
Yeah.
Only when the sun is down.
Yeah, when the sun is down. But yeah.
How long does that go for?
Ramadan goes for like it feels like a week, honestly. But
it's a couple days, right?
A couple days, but it feels like a week, bro. Like, because it's based off a time period. And then on top of that, like, yeah, it's basically a couple of days. Ramadan was always hard. Like, fasting, we used to fast at the end of every month, just for a day. You know, at the end of every month, you fast for a day, just only water, and basically, it helps cleanse your body and your gut of all the things that you ingested for that month. Because if you give your stomach, which is one of the most hardest working organs in your body, if you give your stomach enough time to actually digest and transfer all the waste that has been like absorbed for a whole month, then basically that day to 2 days, you're clean. It's like power washing your body.
There's some science behind all that.
Yeah. And so if you look at it like that, every month you start a new month, you're kind of like resetting. You're starting with a resetted colon, a resetted interior, and then your brain. It's crazy how fast your brain actually gets accustomed to it. By dates, like I've fasted for 3 days, just water before, and that shit was hard. Bro. Yeah, it was hard as fuck, especially having to work and go and do shit and be in society and then still be
mad as fuck.
Oh my god, dude! You take food differently.
It like disorient you too because you're hungry?
It has to, right?
A little bit.
It has to.
It does something to your senses. Is that me?
That was me. I was like, oh shit.
It does something to your senses. It's my girl, but it's okay. It does something to your senses to where basically everything is hyper sensitive. Your hearing, your smell, your eyesight. By day 2, you smell things in the air like on another level. Really? You can smell food from like down the hallway. By day 3, you really like water tastes like it tastes different. You know, I remember walking outside on my break and really feeling the sun's actual like energy. Wow. Yeah, like you could literally actually feel energy on a different level from the vitamins that you get from the sun to everything that you're ingesting. And then it's
your body's just so hungry taking whatever.
It's taking everything. Yeah. It's taking everything. Have you guys ever heard of breatharians before?
Yeah, I was just about to say that, dude. Okay.
Breatharians are literally a civilization of people that only survive off of water, sunlight, and that's practically it. But they live in certain places and regions where that's much more easy to do because it's more natural habitat. It's not like city like.
They eat a little bit of food though, right?
A little bit, but for the most part,
it's just as small as
very
possible.
minimal.
They say they get everything.
They don't live to eat. They eat to live.
They eat to live. Gotcha. They eat to live, but it's more based off of like the fact that they have grown accustomed to that lifestyle for such a period of time.
I might want to try to do that just one time on the end of the month, just to see what happens.
Yeah, bro. I honestly encourage people to do it. If you want to reset like your body, No. I will teach you. I will teach you the way. Okay.
And one of the easiest ways to get a hold of your head is to control what you eat. Because I was vegetarian for like 6 years, and then it's super easy, dude. Like it's not that hard. But if you can learn to control your mind like that, you can do anything. It's all that willpower. How bad do you want it?
Some type of discipline.
Yeah, exactly. It's a discipline thing.
I was born pescatarian. I didn't have chicken until I was 12.
Oh shit!
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you still not eat like beef or anything?
No, I do eat. I eat red meat.
See, I don't really fuck with red meat because like I went so long without it. Like I don't.
And it does make you sluggish.
Yeah.
I mean, like I love steaks and shit, but I find if I eat the steak like too much,
you get sleepy.
Sometimes like the whole week will feel more sluggish than the week after.
You're digesting that.
Yeah, because it takes a long time to digest. It tastes really good, but it does take a long time to digest. Yeah. And being in Texas doesn't make it any better.
Oh, dude, I was a vegetarian in Texas. Don't tell me, like,
really?
Come on now.
The state capital of the world right here.
Yeah. I'd go out to lunch with people and they'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you don't want a steak? Like,
We're over here ordering fish and shit at a steak restaurant.
I would get in a salad, and they're like, "You
Oh.
sure you don't want like?"
You probably were insulted.
Oh yeah. No, seriously, I'd be insulting people.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
You don't want to eat my grandmama's lamb chops? Like what?
Why?
Lamb chops. Oh my God. I love lamb chops.
Wow, man. No, it's one of those things like you get used to certain things that you accustom your body to, or you get your body accustomed to, and it's all within the mind, bro. I would highly suggest it. What you want to do your first day, if you just want to fast a day, get a gallon of water, slice up some cucumbers, slice up either a lime or a lemon, put that in the gallon of water. Put the gallon of water in the refrigerator, let it sit. This is before your fast even starts. Do it like a day in advance. And then once you start that first day, when you wake up in the morning, are you a morning eater or like an afternoon eater?
Honestly, it's so funny because I actually do eat a lot at night.
Okay.
I eat I'll eat during the daytime. I eat something very small, but my main meals probably come after 9 o'clock.
PM?
No, I'm telling you, like I'm a fucking vampire.
Really?
Wow.
Like I was up until like 7, like the last 2 nights.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Like yeah.
Damn.
So my schedule is definitely not the same.
It's upside down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's upside down.
That's like a boxer's schedule, you know, like
Yeah.
like pro boxers.
Yeah.
They usually fight at midnight. On
Really?
like pay-per-view fights.
Oh yeah, you're right.
It's like
They do.
midnight, so they're on a flip schedule than everybody. So they'll be training in the gym midnight, 4 in the
That
morning,
shit is crazy.
so that they're
That's kind of like what I'd be doing though, because like when I edit my videos and shit for like shows, I'm usually doing that at like anywhere
3 in the morning?
between anywhere between like I probably start around 10ish, and I'm done at like 4 or 5.
Yep.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. It is different for people that like have that schedule of like I remember when we first talked. Night owls, we work the best at night. Like we work the fucking best. And I remember making beats, and the best beats I would make would always be between 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m.
They do
because
say your mind is the most creative at night, which would make sense because that's when you usually dream.
yeah.
right.
So that does actually seem to correlate.
Yeah. Combine that with the fact that the moon is at its highest elevation at night, and that also equates to your water levels combined with like your brain. And we talked about that.
I have so many ideas that like just flood my head in the morning, and then by the end of the day, it's just like slow stream.
Do y'all ever have those times that when you're laying down in the bed and then you want to go to sleep, but you have all these brilliant ideas?
Oh yeah,
Start to fucking float into your brain.
yeah.
I literally set aside time to just think at night.
Really?
That's the best time where I know no one's gonna call me. I can be as uninterrupted as possible, and it's not like I consciously am like, okay, think about this. Not necessarily. It's more a lot of the times just get into a certain mood to where my mind is in an environment where it can start to process and think about certain things. You know? Just sit down, relax, and just let my mind kind of naturally go where I already know it wants to go.
Yeah.
And then just, I won't be interrupted so I can think as much as I want at that moment in time.
That's smart.
That's why I'm up at night all the time.
That's like
It's the
like
most
meditating kind of.
uninterrupted time I can possibly have. Who's gonna, first of all, who's gonna call me at 3 o'clock in the morning? And second of all, who's gonna be mad that I didn't answer? No one.
That's a good point.
No one.
Yeah.
This is the most free time I possibly could have.
All right. This made me want to go into the shit or hit segment.
Let's go.
First shit or hit, just off top.
Okay.
Do not disturb mode on your phone. Shit or hit?
Hit. That's a hit. I'm gonna tell you why that's a hit. You can knock that one out the park. It's a hit because I'm a person who finds joy when their phone is dead. Gives me a valid excuse to just be in my own space. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So something that can create the same effect as my phone effectively being dead, and I can actually still use it. That's hit, and I don't even have to see who's calling me. That's hit. Yeah. I don't actually use that. I don't even actually use that mode a lot, but just to know it's there, I just think.
Yeah, that's a hit.
I use it every now and then. Usually when I'm like uploading something, just so like you taught me that, just so I get a higher upload speed. You know, I'm not processing so much on my phone.
But you know, if you're doing something that requires your attention and you can't really have your phone distracting you, but maybe you still need to use it.
Yeah, that's a good
That's the
point.
real reason it's a hit.
Yeah.
It's not even for ignoring people. It's just the practicality of being able to, politely actually, instead of hanging up on someone, be able to be focused on something without. I mean, you just turn it back on whenever you're done what you're doing. You know?
Exactly.
I like that.
Yeah.
Case in point, right there.
Exactly. Exactly. That's I like to. I usually when I do, whether it be editing, post editing, anything that requires my phone that doesn't need any notifications, I'll go on Do Not Disturb. So then, if I'm really like hardcore editing and I don't want my rendering process to be fucked up, or I don't want something that's uploading that's gonna take maybe 20 minutes to upload because of the content that's getting uploaded, I'll go on airplane mode and then just Wi-Fi. And when you go on airplane mode, then it blocks out signals. But then if you're connected to the Wi-Fi, you can still upload. So that is another like.
I've done airplane mode a couple times as well, bro. This conversation is so funny because it reminds me of this artist. Shout out to he's a local artist, Tricky Dicky. He has a song called like "Do Not Disturb" or something. It's like I got my phone on. He was performing that shit last time at the last show. And that shit, it sticks out in my mind.
Yes, bro.
I think he would say that's a hit.
Do Not Disturb is a hit.
Right.
Do Not Disturb.
I got one. How about group text on your phone? That hit or shit.
Okay, this is the thing.
Since we're talking phones.
Yes.
Text is 50-50 because I like group text, but at the same time, if you're texting like every 2 seconds in a group text, which tends to happen, that's when it becomes a little bit more of a...
Phone just won't stop going off.
I like Facebook Messenger group. I have a Facebook Messenger group with 4 of my best friends that I've known since like the 1st grade, and that's really the only group text I really am involved in. That one's a hit, but on my phone, like actual messages, it can be a hit or a miss. Is that an option? Can I do that?
Miss is in the middle, I guess.
Miss is in the middle, yeah.
Miss in the middle.
Yeah,
then
miss
it's
is
a
in the
miss.
middle.
Then it has to. I'm a miss.
All right, so let's. I'm gonna go off. I'm gonna go off your shirt here and say, hitter shit, Goku.
Oh shit. Okay, Goku is hit.
But the newer Goku, I'm gonna say the newer Goku.
Okay.
Wait, what era of Goku?
Like the
Super
movies,
Saiyan God?
like the movies Goku.
Like Dragon Ball Super Goku?
Yeah, let's go Super Goku because there's a distinct difference.
Dragon Ball Super started out as shit, ended up as a hit.
I'd agree with that.
The last tournament I saw, where he was fighting Jiren,
Yep.
that's a hit.
Yeah.
That's not even a discussion. It's a hit all the way. When he was fighting with Jiren, that shit was dope.
Yeah.
I may go back and watch it just because.
I'm rewatching it right now. I really am. I'll be sitting there editing the podcast and it's playing on the TV.
I like your style.
Yeah.
That's a hit.
Hell yeah.
Damn, that was a good one. And it's funny because there's so many eras of Goku.
I can play this game all day.
Bro, I love this segment.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite ones, yeah. All right, so how about Instagram Reels? Hit or shit?
Instagram Reels are a hit too because I use them a lot and I like them. So it's automatically going to be a hit for me. I mean, I think the reel, the capability of the technology, I guess, of the reel itself or behind the reel is a hit. Now, if you want to get into like, shadow banning and like people getting stifled, that is a different story. But the actual, just the reel itself, like the application, I'd say that's a hit.
Yeah.
What do y'all think about that?
I used to hate it.
Really?
Yeah, because
I hate it.
I don't know. I was just like, just upload a video.
That's the same thing, though, right? Aren't they essentially the same
They
thing?
made them the same.
They made them the same,
Yeah,
but at
when
one
it first
point
came
it was
out.
different.
Oh, yeah, it was
At
different.
one point,
At
the
one
reel
point,
and the post or the video post were separate
Because the
entities.
video posts used to show who viewed your content, and the reels always just show, I guess, who likes your content. So in that case, maybe the reels should show views instead of just likes.
It's wild. It shows views too in the back end aspect
but
of it.
also it's only for you,
It's
really.
only for you. You can
And
only
if
see
you have
that.
to go and click on it. If you click on a reel, though, what I do like about the new reels is, though, I guess this is a good thing. Whenever you go and you're just in maybe the scrolling mode of reels, it doesn't show like or whatever. Like there's a mode
It's just the video.
It's just the video, which is kind of nice because let me tell you, popularity bias is a real thing. So I can understand why some people would be upset. But overall, hit. Reels are overall, I think I'll say hit. Just the fact that you can create the videos, streaming, videos, all that shit, overall is a hit.
Now, do you like to edit within Instagram, or do you like to edit outside of Instagram and then upload?
I usually edit outside of Instagram with some of my own editing tools.
That's the pro move.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's the
and
best
it's
move.
not like it's not like I have a whole lot of tools. Because listen, I'm not like some genius editor, but Canva it works
great.
very well.
Everybody uses Canva, dude.
It's not hard to use.
Yeah.
Canva's
I
great.
use that a lot.
It's so user friendly too.
It is.
Yeah, they'll have templates in there you can use. You just drag and drop. It's
I use
easy.
Canva for a couple of things, so that's usually what I use, and then I'll just upload it to Instagram. But sometimes when I want to filter, I'll go to Instagram, make the filter, download it to my phone, and then go back to Canva.
Yeah. Yep. Use it in post.
Yep.
So today's Super Bowl Sunday. So let me get your hit or shit on the Super Bowl.
I mean, Super Bowls are cool. I've been watching them for a long time. I think the aspect of sports in general is dope because ever since I was little, I was like, this is one of the places where I can see somebody I can see somebody during a span of time go as hard as they possibly can.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? With every step, they're stepping like as hard as they can. They're moving with a purpose as hard as they possibly could. And it's interesting to observe somebody in that mindset. Like when you think of like LeBron, Michael, greats, even people who aren't so great, people who worked really hard to get there.
Yeah.
Just when you think of the games as a whole, whether it's football, basketball, Tom Brady, whatever, seeing a person move with that much intensive purpose, to me, is something worth observing because I can glean something from that as well. So when I watch it, I'm not necessarily just thinking about the points. I'm just like looking at the tenacity, thinking about like how does someone who is going as hard as humanly possible move?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what I think about when I think about sports.
You're analyzing it, yeah.
That's why I like it.
Yeah, no, that's a good explanation on that. Yeah.
I agree with you 1,000%. And I've never. It's funny because it's like I'm not that invested in sports, but I break it down in that way as well when it comes to pure athleticism.
You respect the hustle.
Yes.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Yes.
Some people, that's the thing. Like I've had people ask me like, why do you even, why you like that? Like what about it? I don't really watch them. Like, yeah, I can understand, but I don't view it in the same way as other people do. I'm really viewing the human rather than just the sport overall.
The entertainment.
Because how often do you really get to see somebody go 100% in life?
Not very often. Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Touche to that, man. That was a good ass fucking question.
Yeah.
I like the response.
Let's see what else I got on here. I got a whole list of shit, man. Just.
By the way, do you mind passing me a Liquid Death, please?
Whatever you want.
So,
Liquid.
we shout outs to Liquid Death, by the way. We always like to, if you ever want to have a drink or beverage, it's very refreshing.
Oh, you know what? Let's move on from hitter shit. I just got a question for you.
Yeah.
What's your last thought before you go to sleep?
What's my last thought before I go to sleep? Okay, now we're about to enter into some uncharted territory.
That's nice, though.
I have never spoken about this, ever, in public. So there's a book I've been writing. It's called Evercrest.
Okay.
And I'm at about 150 pages. And that, a lot of times, is the last thing I think of when I go to sleep. It's like a fantasy novel. It's a fantasy novel, essentially. Series.
Right on. Yeah.
That's all I want to say about that
That's
now.
all you should
That's
say.
also, yeah, leave it right there.
That's
That's
all you
fine.
should say.
We'll talk about it off camera.
For sure, for sure.
I'll tell you so much about it.
That's
I
cool,
can talk
man.
about that all day.
Yeah.
So, like,
I didn't expect that.
Me neither. That's actually like fucking awesome answer.
Yeah.
I like to
Nice.
tell myself stories to put myself to sleep. I've been doing that like since high school.
Okay.
And this time around, I have other stories I've told myself, but this one I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna just write, And it's not because I had a particular purpose in mind. It was just like I would like to just. It's a very cathartic experience. and I find myself thinking while I'm writing, like, man, I wonder what's gonna happen next.
Yeah.
You know, so like
You're
it's
entertaining
almost like
yourself.
I get to watch my own Netflix series.
Yeah, your own character development
And
within your mind.
And it's fucking dope to me. I love it.
That's cool.
That's like imagine having a show you can turn on at any time and be entertained.
Yeah.
That's what Evercrest is to me right now.
Wow.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd like to see where that turns out to be.
Me too, actually.
Hey, me too.
I mean,
we'll see.
I like the name. Honestly,
we're 150 deep right now. So
I like
we keep going.
Between the name and then just the way you broke that down, that's really, really cool. I look at music in that way, in terms of like escapism. You know, I'm not a turned up artist by any means, but I do love to create those aspects or that energy field. But it's just like when you can create an experience that someone can be fully immersed in, whether it be audio, whether it be visual, whether it be just written wise, and then they get lost in it. You know, I think about the first time I read a Harry Potter book, the book itself, and that shit like had me like at the desk with the
Yeah,
like,
you get sucked in.
Hell yeah.
You know what's so funny about that though? It's like a lot of times, and I agree with what you say, like that's in the sense of it does give you a outlet. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, is that really? Are we really escaping from reality, or are we really tuning into reality? And every day we're escaping from it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we say, we're escaping from work, we're escaping from all that. Maybe that is the escape from. We don't even know it's really the escape, but you know what I'm saying? Where we're actually moving away from our inner selves. Like that's the actual reality.
Right.
We're saying escape from reality, but really we escape from reality when we go to work.
That's true.
Because that construct in and of itself is man-made.
That's kind of the synopsis of the show Severance.
I've never seen that. I've heard
Dude,
of it though.
that show is wild.
I've seen that.
Severance. What is that?
It's about this. It's this company you can go to work for, and they put this microchip in your head, and the 8 or 10 hours that you're there a day, you don't remember it. You don't remember it, and so the minute you walk out the building, the chip
crazy.
goes off, and you go back to your normal life.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah.
What?
So you learn to have this like work life balance, right? But
wow.
But there's this whole like the full like. That's kind of fucked up to do to people, you know, just black them out for 8 hours a day.
Because they don't know what the fuck.
They don't know what
they're
happened
doing.
to
Yeah, and it's an awesome show, dude.
tell you,
It's on Apple. Check it out.
Okay, yeah.
Some people would sign up for that.
Oh, 100%.
1,000%.
And that's the thing is like people that want to escape their life. Like there's one dude on there, his wife died, so he wants to get away from that. So he uses that as his escape.
Is that on Apple?
Yeah,
I think I heard of it.
it's dope, man.
check
I'm
it
gonna
out.
watch that. I definitely want to watch that shit.
I got sucked into that shit. Like the first episode, I was like, "What the fuck? Like this is wild."
I've been watching this one show called what the fuck is that show called? It's really good. It's on I think it's on on Amazon. Peripheral.
I hadn't seen that.
Oh, that's fucking good.
Yeah.
That's
pretty
fucking
cool.
good. It
It's
has
pretty
really
good.
good
It has
writing too.
Really good writing. A really cool concept. It's like it involves time travel and virtual reality. Like
I'm gonna check that out.
Shit. It's pretty dope.
I heard of that. I just hadn't watched it yet.
Yeah.
So I got another question for you here. What just get on a deeper note? What's the most pain you felt that wasn't physical?
Wow. The most pain that I've probably felt that wasn't physical was probably something that had to do with my mom.
Right.
And she had cancer, and she also had to get heart surgery, and that has been a presence throughout her life for a very long time. Right now, she's great because she got the heart transplant and everything.
Oh, that's great.
Okay, that's
But,
good.
she had cancer like when I was around 2nd grade, but then after that, she had some heart troubles we didn't really know about, and then when I went to law school, that's when she had to get a heart surgery, but she didn't get the transplant yet, so she had like this big bag.
Yeah,
And she had to carry around. That was a stressful time.
I'm sure.
That was definitely very stressful. I'd probably say that was definitely one of the more stressful times in my life.
Heart transplant just amazes me.
Well, she's the one who went through it, so I'm sure it was harder for her than it was for me. But,
But you seem like a very empathetic person, though. Like we're empaths by nature.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when you empathize with someone else going through something that fucking intense, and then on top of that, just I felt it for a second.
And it was hard because at the same time I had a lot going on, but it's like I didn't really want to be doing that because, you know, something else.
You say you were in law school?
Yeah.
Wow.
I went to Texas A&M.
Oh, wow.
Formerly Texas Wesleyan in Fort Worth.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, not a lot of people know that.
Are you practicing law at all, or?
Yeah, I actually do.
Oh, wow.
I do entertainment law, and I also do data privacy and business law. So
Nice.
Nice.
I might need to talk to you about some
right?
things.
they all
in the
kind of
future.
coincide because, you know, when I mention data privacy, that's probably the part that sounds most unfamiliar to the other things I named, but it actually does factor in because it helps me analyze, you know, how I can gather data for shows.
Yeah.
So everything kind of works together, and obviously entertainment law, knowing a lot of artists around here, I just want to help contribute. I'd like to help contribute to their careers in any way I can as well.
And protect them
You
at
know?
the same time.
Man, that's like a
Just give
secret
them
weapon
game,
right
just
there.
give them game, you know what I'm saying?
1000%.
And then business law in general is just something that I think everybody should know a little bit about. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Right on. So I got one final question for you. It's something I ask everybody that comes on here, and then you seem like a dude that's kind of been well versed and experienced a lot. So how are you experiencing time overall?
So I'll start from just the, I guess, physical, visual aspect. It seems like the days have been getting shorter. I don't know if it feels like that to y'all.
It
But
does.
it seems like
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
I feel like ever since 2020, a lot of people's, well, I won't speak for everybody, but my perception of time may have changed a little bit because it still feels like we're 1 year maybe at most removed from 2020.
Yeah, it does feel like a
It's
year.
crazy how it's 2023 and 2021 and 2022 don't even feel like they happened at all.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like it's all been 2020 for like the past 3 years. But I think that's because maybe not only within this country, but within the world at large, we're going through a sort of paradigm shift in more ways than one. So that makes my experience of time a little bit different than what it used to be.
Yeah.
And in terms of length or speed, I don't know if it's winding up quicker or if it's just all a blur. I'm not sure which one it is.
I don't know either, man.
You know?
I'm right there with you.
I'm like, how do you feel about that right now too? Because time's fucking my head up.
Yeah, my 9-year-old son, I asked him the other day, I was like, how do you experience the time, man? You know, and I asked him the same thing, you know, and he told me he's like he broke his arm like 3 years ago, and he's like, I feel like I broke my arm just yesterday.
Yeah, see?
So the kids are experiencing
It's the
everyone,
event.
dude.
A lot of people experience time even though they have a linear concept of it. The actual emotional experience is most likely tied to events.
Yeah.
And since we all had a huge event in 2020, it feels like we still just broke our arm.
Yep.
You know? So I feel that way. I definitely feel that way.
Yeah, it tripped me out when he said it. I was like, damn, even he's going, like, he's experiencing it too.
Yeah.
And they don't even have that many things to focus on in comparison to us.
He's only 9, so he doesn't have that broad aspect of time like we do. You know?
Right.
And he's like, yeah, the past few years have just flown by.
Yeah.
It's
It
wild.
definitely feels like that.
And I remember being a kid and felt like time was forever. Like
yeah.
time's like everything.
Years used to go so long.
Yes, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, when I was a kid, I used to measure time in SpongeBob TV shows. So, like, if someone said that's 2 hours away, I
did the same thing.
That's sort of 4 SpongeBob episodes.
Not with SpongeBob, but
That's what I did it with. I was like, that's only 4 SpongeBob episodes.
Yeah.
I definitely did that with Dragon Ball Z episodes when they were 30 minutes on Tsunami because I'd be like, oh shit, I got an hour. That's 2 episodes. Of Dragon Ball Z. Okay,
That's how I used to experience time back then. Or the length of time it used to take to complete a video game.
Oh my god,
Dude, I used to break down like my hours at work and be like, okay, an hour is like 5 songs. Okay, like, you know, because I just have my headphones in all day and be like, okay, that's 5 songs, been about an hour, you know, like, all right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, no, I do 12-hour shifts at my job, and I literally have to break up half of my day is going to be podcasting. The other half of my day is going to be informational, and then, like, that little quarter is music. But for the most part, it's either podcasting, information-based audio that I can listen to, and then I measure music here and there, but it's more so, like, I try not to dive too deep into music as much, especially at work, because I can get lost in it and go from classical to jazz to rap,
all over
to
the world.
hip-hop, to instrumental bass, to stuff in the 90s and the 2000s, and it's like, to be an audiophile is crazy, but that's a beautiful way to describe how you experience time. Because everybody has a little bit of a unique spin or a unique look at it, but you know, we all experiencing it kind of differently.
We're all experiencing it together. That's for sure.
Collectively, for sure. For sure.
So let me give you a chance to just shout out anything, promote anything you got coming up. Tell the people what's up.
Shout out to the Big Show. That's the main show. We got music, comedy, spoken word, a fashion show, art gallery, pop-up shop, theater, dance, and more. I know what you're thinking. How does that all fit into one show? I can show you better than I can tell you, because it's like this. It's up, the Big Show. That's my main plug. And then we also got Purple Nights, which is music, a chopped and screwed dance performance, and fashion show. And we got Head Above Clouds. So whenever I premiere my music video, I have a whole event for that. Anytime I premiere a music video. So that's how we rocking.
And tell them how to find you on all social media, mainly any social media that you want them to find you on.
The main social media you probably want to follow is my Instagram. That's it's Adeyeme. AYITS ADEYEME. It's a little long, but all you got to do is type in it's, and I'll come up. I'm going to be the first one. So yeah, just type in my name a little bit, like I just said, AYITS. I'm going to pop up. You're going to see a face with a microphone. It's going to be like,
that's your guy. That's the one.
That's me.
That's him. Right?
Who is that loud mouth ass nigga? That's me. Click on my name, follow me. You'll know when the next show comes out, and trust me, it's going to be up, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, we appreciate you guys for tuning in, man. We appreciate you for coming through tonight.
I had a great time.
This was nice.
Come on, man.
This is a very nice conversation, you know. Cathartic.
That's what we like to do, man.
Yeah.
Have a good time.
This dude right here, I'm telling you,
man.
he started
That
it all.
show's dope,
So
man.
I'm always grateful that we can have guests like this.
Yeah, and we're grateful for y'all tuning in. Everybody like, subscribe, comment, all that shit. Y'all be you, we're gonna be us. Later.
Hell yeah. Thank you guys, man. That shit.
If you'd like to see raw, unedited, live episodes, follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/whatsupwithdhat. To watch full episodes of What's Up With That, subscribe to us on YouTube at youtube.com/whatsupwithdhat.